Hello, Sabine.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. I can hear you.
Perfect. How are you doing today?
I'm having trouble here.
You're good. I'll let you take your time. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect. How are you doing today, Miss
Um,
Crazy Before and After?
yeah. I'm doing fine. Thanks.
I showed my wife the other literally last night, right? So I showed her. I'm like, you have to look at this. This is crazy. So I'm like, okay, look at this before, and I showed her the original before, and
Uh-huh.
I showed her the one you just sent me last night. She's like, oh my god, like what the? How long have you been with her? Um, and I was like, I know, right? And I'm like, she did. I mean, look at her other before to this one, and there's even a difference between that one and the one that you were just saying.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is.
So
Although the weight is not dropping as it is, I'm telling you, but I'm shrinking.
yeah, hey, yeah, you're getting all the benefits. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter if the weight for you is dropping. It looks like you're just losing body fat,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is
It's fine with me. So the number is not fine as long as, I'm still shrinking. It's okay.
exactly. No, you're starting to yeah, you are starting to actually, if you've seen the picture towards the top, you're actually starting to get abs to come in.
Yes. Yeah.
Wh-
I can tell a difference. I see muscles where I haven't seen them before. Yeah, and I'll be like, "Oh, what is this?" I'm like, "Oh, this is." I feel stuff like that I haven't felt before in a long time. It's like it's weird. It's like, "Oh, what is this?" And it's like it's a muscle. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations because we've been working together for I wrote it down. We've been with each other for I believe 22 weeks now,
Uh-huh.
or coming up on 22 weeks, and you have been consistent week after week. Every single time that we needed to make any changes, you were very open to the feedback. You were very open to the changes. So I just want to say, yeah, congratulations, because it's you putting in the hard work, and it is definitely showing, right? It is definitely
Yeah,
showing.
it
Uh,
is.
I did what I wanted to do today, Sabine, is I actually wanted to kind of like ask you just some questions, almost like an interview style of
Mhm.
just kind of like your experience throughout the program, kind of like what's been working, why it's been working, right, and just kind of get your thoughts and inputs there. And then we can definitely jump into our next plan of attack, right? Because now that you're seeing all this amazing progress, it opens our mind up to, okay, where else can we take it,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So let's do this, Sabine. Why don't you quickly just introduce yourself, like who you are, what you do, and then we'll kind of just go from there.
Hi, my name is Sabine Arila. I'm working at working at a surgery center. And what else do you? But
That's
sorry,
good. That's good. Like, why don't you say it? Okay, like how old you are, how long we've been working together.
I'm 52 years old, and I've been approximately working with Josh for 22 weeks.
Perfect. And yeah, based on the before and afters, you would not think that you're 52. So you are yes, you definitely
Yeah.
look young. And okay, so we've been working with each other for about 22 weeks now, right?
Yes.
So what are some wins that you've experienced inside the program?
Well, obviously, the weight loss has been great. At my age, actually, I didn't think I could lose that body fat like I have, like as fast as I have. I was at this point where I resigned myself to that point where I'm going to have that middle-aged woman body, that apple round, big belly kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing I did worked, and until I kind of signed up with you, and all of a sudden it's like magic. It's dropping, it's coming off. I was surprised myself. It scared me at times where I was like, is this normal?
And to go into that, right? We're not having you do anything super crazy, right?
No, nothing crazy. I don't know. I've been working out before and try to kill myself with crazy diets and things like that, starving, intermittent fasting, where I didn't eat for 3 days and all that. And it would come off a little bit, and then came back like double, and it would not stay off. And now with you, I'm to the point where it just keeps going down. It doesn't go up. And even if I do go up a couple of pounds, it goes right back to where I was, and not where it's like where I'm kind of stuck in that mode where I lose a little bit and go right back and add some more. I am just going down in the scale in size.
Which is amazing because, amazing because most people, when they try to do this, they hit those sticking points, they gain the weight back, and they just get really frustrated. And the way we designed your nutrition was for this specifically, right? You're a living example of, if you follow the nutrition plan as close to the T as you can, it's designed to have you continuously losing weight, essentially until you want it to stop, right?
Yes.
So we're going to be getting to the point, relatively soon, to where you're like, okay, I'm happy with this weight. Let's just stay here and work on reducing the body fat even more. Let's work on building some areas that we want to build on. Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
So what did you feel like before the program?
Oh gosh, I was always tired, always dragging, always out of breath.
Right.
Yes. Now I'm full of energy and totally. I love exercise again, which I hated it before because it didn't do anything for me. It's because I was doing the hamster wheel, I'm doing these exercises and going round and round, but it didn't do anything for me. And when you don't see results, you hate it. But then now I'm seeing results, so I'm going to love it again. So there's a big difference now for me.
Perfect. Yeah. No, it's definitely frustrating when you're doing like the same thing over and over and over and nothing is working. So it is amazing that, like you said, you've been able to see progress essentially week after week.
Yes.
And I would say that has a lot to do with you being as open to the feedback as you are, right? You're very much like, okay, Josh, this is where I'm at. This is what's happening. We make the adjustments that we need to make, boom, boom, boom. And then you keep me updated on what's working and what's not working. So I will say the feedback from you has definitely been helpful. So what have you learned about yourself throughout our time together?
Well, I've learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was, and that I can be consistent, and I can change my habits. So that helped a lot.
Perfect. Did we learn anything about ourselves when it comes to like certain foods that we can eat, or maybe how much food or anything like that?
Yes, I've learned that certain foods actually will do the opposite for me. Even they're labeled as diet foods, they did the opposite to my body. We learned that certain protein shakes will actually put me in the opposite direction. Like I'm gaining weight on those. Certainly things with milk in it and whey products, certain whey products would have me gain weight. Certain protein bars that I thought were helping me were actually keeping me from losing weight too.
Okay, so we discovered that, like you mentioned, some of the diet foods, some of the healthy foods were actually getting us to go in the opposite direction instead of us going down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which I use these all the time, thinking they would help me, and I've discovered with working with you that it's not helping me at all. So.
And we're pretty much doing everything relatively all natural right now. Is that right?
Yes. So we gave up on those, and I'm just doing natural things right now with just regular food, whole foods, and whatever I prefer in my.
100%. No, that's what I like to hear, whole foods. So Well, let me ask you this, right? Why do you think the program worked for you?
Well, I think the most important thing was the accountability
Hmm.
to having kind of that Josh sitting on my shoulder and watching kind of and having to meet with him and stuff. And that kind of put me on the, you can't cheat, you have to show results kind of in that thing. And that helped a lot. The accountability on that program.
Okay, so the accountability was huge, right? So
Mhm.
there was like a little version of me being like, okay, should you eat this? Should you not eat this? Right?
Yeah,
Uh, well, I mean, look at the results speak for themselves, right? Are you happy with following the plan and the results you've seen so far?
I am super happy. It's beyond my expectations, I can say.
Okay, beyond your expectations. I may have to quote you on that.
Okay,
If we could,
you can.
right? Thank you, thank you. So now this is a good question, right? If you could go back in time, right, what would you say to yourself before joining the program?
In what way?
Like you met Sabine before you met Sabine before, like, 4 or 5 months ago, before I met Sabine, right?
Mhm.
Like, what would you say to yourself before joining the program, as far as, maybe you were hesitant, maybe you were on the fence, maybe you're like, who's this Josh guy? I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I was hesitant. I can say that. I was kind of hesitant because, there's a lot of people out there that are trying to take advantage of people and trying to sell all these gimmicks and stuff. So I was hesitant to sign up, but I'm glad I did. And, you know, uh, normally I probably wouldn't have, but I took a chance with it and I'm glad I did 100%. So I'm grateful about that. So.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you did take a chance on me, right? And I'm very very glad that we worked together, because again, my mind is still blown from your before and after. Like, I don't like, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you that well, it's ridiculous. Like, your before picture and your after picture, you should literally have that like on your phone at all times and be like, look what I've done over the past, like, just 5 months. It hasn't even really been that long.
No, it has not. It has not. And I'm like when I'm walking down the hall at work, people are saying, "You look so skinny," like what are you doing? It's amazing. So yeah,
Yeah, and we're skinny in a healthy way, right?
yeah, not skinny, skinny. I'm looking healthy.
Perfect.
Yeah, and like everybody says, I look great. So and I'm glad. So I took that chance on the program.
Yeah, soon they're gonna be like, can you teach me something? Right?
Maybe. Yeah, they do ask me what I'm doing. So, but I'm telling them to go body by reason.
Yeah. Well, thank you, thank you. Maybe, yeah. Everybody is ready in their own way, right? As some people, it takes a little bit of time, but well. My last question is: if someone was thinking about joining the program, right? What would you tell them?
If you're like me and especially like people my age or and then you're kind of stuck in that and you've done everything you can, I think you should because I thought I could never do this and I would never be this size again. I think just join. I mean, don't hesitate because you will see results like I have if you stick with the program.
Boom. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I'll leave it on that. I'll leave it on that. That was a complete pleasure. What I will do now is I'll kind of end the interview. And we'll get into the coaching side of things. So let me